What's up, YouTube? I've been wanting to do this for a while. I guess you could call it a car build review or a machine check, if you will. A little overview of what I've done to the car over the years. This is definitely a passion build for sure. This is my first car that I've ever bought, first car that I learned to stick on. I've had it about 9 years already. And yeah, I've done a lot to it, so definitely a lot of mistakes and lessons learned on this car over the years, and definitely not perfect, but kind of made me what I am today, and taught me a lot of lessons. So yeah, this is my 1990 turbo Mazda Miata. This car has gone a 1:26.0 at Suica Circuit, otherwise known as Sandia Speedway, at my local track in Albuquerque, New Mexico. If anyone doesn't know or familiar with the track, anything under like a sub 30, that's flying. Even like a 35, that's really fast. So I would like to say that it's the fastest Miata that's turned laps at that track, but I don't know, maybe not. I'd like to say so though. It's definitely a weapon for sure though. So yeah, I guess we'll just start with the exterior then. Biggest thing that you can notice is the DIY splitter made out of Alumilite with custom end plates and ABS little spats, I guess you could call them. And then just this Home Depot gardening edge. So, and then it has a CAS spec splitter brackets back there with the professional awesome splitter rods. These turn signal intakes are from Jetstream, I believe. Bottom off Rev 9. These are Jazz Performance low profile headlights with the Ricer yellow tint. Hood vents. Those are Singular Motorsport hood vents. Aero catch cans, or I'm sorry, aero catch latches, I guess. And these wheels are my favorite. These are 15x10 plus 25, I believe. Zhongblod Series 500s with Nankang CRS V2s, 245/40s. Super meaty, sick fitment. And as you can see, the guards, the flares have been pulled to no other, just to get them to fit. I also have another pair of wheels. They're silver, I believe. KE Motorsport 15x10, same offset, but these ones are definitely my favorite. But it's nice to have spares. These side skirts are DIY that I made myself. I used to have R-Theory aluminum side skirts, and I pretty much just copied the dimensions and went to a metal shop and had them bend it for me. And I'd like to redo this at some point, but I pretty much added, I think, like probably 2 or 3 inches in the protrusion area, so it sticks out a bit farther than the R-Theories. But yeah, I'd like to get that redone in aluminum. But nice little ABS extension on the end as well. Keep that air from hitting the tire. Don't really know how much that does, but looks sick, and I mean, I'd imagine it does something. Here's another look at how much that fender's been pulled. Pretty extreme. So, hardtop is a CCP fabrication hardtop, just the Lexan window. I used to have an OEM one, so that's why it's not black. I'll eventually paint that. Side mirrors are, what are these, APR, I believe, and then the bracket is made by R-Theory as well. Ideally, I'd like to have no side mirrors because I like the look of no mirrors at all, but it does the job. Probably one of the biggest eye catchers is the Big Wang. Big Wang gang. 9 Lives Racing, 64-inch Big Wang. This thing is huge. Kind of wild that they make a 71-inch kit. I guess that would, yeah, it's pretty good for like the pull, but if I had flares, I guess I could go with the 71-inch kit. These are Caspec end plates. Pretty cool. I want to make some myself sometime. But I like these because they're like aluminum and pretty stiff. These taillights are kind of like the eBay Altezza style. Some people might not like them, but I do, because it gives the white a good contrast with the red. I pretty much just, when I bought them, these were actually all clear. So what I did was I just went to O'Reilly's and bought the red spray cans, I guess. Just sprayed them all, even the turn signals. So the turn signals actually show up red, I believe. Got a sick bumper cut. Thing looks super mean from the back. It's a pretty good cut too. Spent like an hour or two just making sure it was level. Racer tow hook, and then this is a custom 3-inch exhaust all the way back to the downpipe with a vibrant ultra quiet resonator. Believe it or not, like just with one resonator, because like there's no cat or nothing, it's just 3-inch straight, and then that resonator, it's pretty quiet, but it gives it a good sound because it eliminates all that rasp and it still has the loudness. So yeah, I guess we'll go on to brakes. Brakes are, these are Woolwood, I believe, Forge lights, super lights. They're the 4-piston big Johnnies. And then the rotors are for like circle track stuff, so they're super thick. They're like 1 1/4. Pretty much documented on all the Miata stuff nowadays, but it's like pretty beefy shit. And I think the rotors and the rotor hats and the brackets are made by Jeff Preston. His website is, or you can email him, but he's got his business called Jeff Speed, I believe. And PFC 11 front rotors, super squeaky, but I like the bite on them. I used to have G-Lock R12s front and back, and they're all right when they kicked on, but I wasn't really a fan of them personally. The back brakes are 1.8 NB sport rotors, well, sport calipers anyway, and these are like old Goodwin Racing 2-piece rotors that I've had for quite a while. But yeah, pretty much just a 1.8 sport style setup with the PFC 11s as well in the back. And then I have a proportioning valve to balance that setup out, because the fronts are they're just massive, man. So yeah, I guess we'll go on to interior now, or at least what's left of it. These are track car door cards. Pretty cool. Everyone thinks that they're real carbon, but they're actually just ABS with a racer carbon on top. Door bars are Hard Dog. It's got an M1 Sport double diagonal roll bar in the back from Hard Dog as well. Seat, this one's kind of new. I've recently put this one in. It's a Sawbelt X-Pad. Really like this seat. Can't wait to try it on track. I haven't tried it yet, but it's the Halo seat. And I plan to get a Hans device too, so it'll be super safe with my neck. Other side is a Motomech MRX. It's a non-FIA seat, but it's that's what I had in the driver's seat before. I used to have 2 of them, and they're honestly one of my favorite seats for the cheap. At least until all the shipping and stuff, but There's a 1.6 dash, or at least what's left of it. It's all gutted. Half dash cut. I cut all the stuff where the radio mounts to and stuff out, and that's where it would mount to. So when I put it all in and I put the steering column on it, it was kind of like flexing in the middle, so I had to weld this bar up onto the stock bar. I thought it looks cool anyway, but I mean, looks a lot more race car, I guess. Flying Miata pedals, pedal covers, I guess you could call them, with like a heel extension for like heel toes, a gas pedal extension. That's pretty nice when you have small feet like me. Quick release, I believe it's a Larbin Racing Products. It's an old quick release. It's a spline quick release. A buddy of mine sold that to me for cheap. This is my adjustment knob for my proportion valve. Harnesses, they are race quips, as you can see, I guess. Shifter, it's a Miata Roadster shifter, excuse me. Miata Roadster shifter, one of the best shifters in my opinion. It's one of my favorites. I like the notchiness of like other ones, but I hate the rattle, and I do actually like the long throw. It kind of, I don't know. Sometimes I can money shift it, so I would rather keep it around the similar throw. Gauges, this RPM shift light is from Ecliptic, I believe. I got a Fly Miata. Super cool, has a whole bunch of presets. It's like pretty much a standalone system. These gauges are rev limiter. Can't remember which style. I think they're the oiler gauges, but I really like those. Have LEDs back there, which makes it glow in the night too. And then I believe these, it's pretty cool, these little, I guess, gauge covers. They are off of R-Speed, off Rev9, kind of like a JDM product. It kind of like gets rid of the plastic that kind of covers that, and it looks pretty cool. I kind of botched the install because like excess glue and stuff, but not too bad. Steering wheel is a Momo, I think that's a Mod 88. Oh, my glass. Yeah, it's a Mod 88, I believe. We'll go to the other side. Other side, pretty barren as well. All cut out. That's like a kick panel for like when I have longer like leg drivers, like they don't kick the wiring. I'm sure I don't need it, but I thought it looked kind of cool. Gives it that race car vibe. Gauges for all the aftermarket stuff. We got what is that? 3 Innovate ones on the top. I think that's coolant, boost, and what is this? Oil pressure, I believe. And then the bottom 2 are AM/X series gauges. That left one is the air fuel, and then bottom right is the oil pressure. And yeah, I guess that's about it. Like little Amazon special roll bar mount for the GoPro. Oh yeah, this mirror is cool. It's an ESR. At least ESR makes the brackets, I believe, but ESR it's like spec Miata stuff, like a mirror. Super like broad concave mirror, so I technically don't really need the side mirrors because it shows me the sides too, but it's pretty cool. And we got a living legend, KHSCHIA. You already know. Yeah, I guess this is where I have my Mega Squirt. It's a MS2. One thing that I do plan on upgrading for this car is I want to get a link probably by the end of the season or sometime. So yeah, it's just a custom aluminum little bracket, and then I kind of nut-serted the ECU onto that. And then there's don't look at that. There's a whole bunch of wiring down there. It looks super bad, but yeah, MS2 that runs the car. It's on flex fuel as well, so yeah, you can do ethanol or ethanol blend or just 91 octane. That's about it for the interior. So yeah, I guess we can get into suspension. Suspension on this car used to have Fuel 441s. Now they are on Super Miata Zetas. so pretty much the gold standard for Miatas in my opinion. I tried a couple buddy cars that had it, and man, it's once you try it out, you don't go back. Just get the Zeta Kool-Aid. So I believe it's a 1,000-pound front and then 500 rear. It has a NB front subframe with a NB powered, NB power steering with power steering delete, and then I welded the pinion. Rear subframe is still NA, but it has all NB control arms front and back and spindles. So the back and the front have a little extra track width, like 5 mil, I believe. All the arms have energy poly bushing, so there's pretty much no stock rubber in this thing anymore. Sway bars, it's a Racing Beat tubular, I believe. It's not the NB one, not the 1 1/4, but it's the tubular, like 1 inch in the front, with a 14 mil sway bar in the back, I believe. I believe that's a 5X. And then V8 Roadster end links. Oh, it also has the Flying Miata cannon brace in the back. Hubs, that's a big thing. It has Bronson Brofab front hubs. Then it has, what are those? I think they're Miata hubs, billet hubs in the back. I did want to go to Bronson's setup in the back as well, but at the time I ordered the fronts, he did not have the backs in stock, so I guess we could go into drivetrain and then we'll do engine last. This has a 3.9, let me get down on the ground, has a 3.9 torsion right there. Has a 3.9 torsion with one-piece NV drive axles, and I think that's an FC diff carrier with Delrin diff bushing, so it's like pretty solid. Then just everything else, it's pretty much a stock drivetrain with the cool diff, but has the 1.8 drive shaft, 1.8 axles and stuff, so it's pretty sturdy. I mean, not too bad. So I guess this is about time where we'll go to the engine. Alrighty, this is the engine. Now the first question I bet you're gonna ask is 1.8 or 1.6, and it is a 1.6. What? It is a 1.6. Oh hell no! That's hell no! I know there's a whole debate on 1.8 versus 1.6 for the Miatas. I mean, I personally really like the 1.6. It's not a bad engine. Now I will say the 1.8 is better, but I think that the 1.6 is just a good motor as well. So I like both motors, so I'm not gonna hate. But yes, this is a 1.6. It is not the original motor out of the car, but it's a 1.6 JDM motor that I bought off eBay a long time ago when I was still in high school. The head has never been off before. Stock head gasket, stock head studs, so it's never came off. So I'm trying to retain that JDM magic in this motor. Runs like 14-15 pounds of boost, no issues at all. It put down around, I believe, 267 wheel horsepower and 260-ish torque on a dyno jet. I've had it on 2 dyno jets before. I would assume for like a Mustang dyno, this is probably around 230-240 wheel horsepower. So I don't believe it's actually making that much. I think dyno jet's increasing that number a bit, but it definitely scoots. It's pretty quick for what it is. It's a Kraken top side hot side kit. So Kraken hot side manifold has the 3-inch Kraken downpipe, leading to that custom 3-inch exhaust. That's a Garrett GT 2554R with the ATP anti-surge housing. All the intercooler piping is custom made by a shop for me. Appreciate it. It's all 2.5 inch, I believe. That's a Kraken billet mixing manifold for their low mount kits. Didn't really need it, but I really like how they have this hose going this way, because before I just had a stock modified one and it kind of came out at a weird angle, and I don't know, it worked, but I like this. It's a little cleaner. Radiator, it's a Super Miata Crossflow, probably one of the best ones you can get. Car runs super cool, even with just the single fan. Like, it's just a stock fan, and it never goes over like 210, so this thing runs really cool. Max G high flow water pump pulley with a, what is that, a fluid damper. I believe that's a fluid damper, harmonic damper. Sick Gates JDM belt. And blue, it's all blue. I love those. Like, I bought like, I think 5 or 6 of them. I just stocked up on them because I just loved blue. There's no other reason, but local touch. That's an FD alternator, I believe. Minor modification needed to fit that. HKS blow off valve. Just some eBay overflow. Just kind of little knickknacks here and there. This is a, what is this? I think this is an old cobalt oil relocation kit. And then I made this custom bracket so it can hold this relocation for the filter, as well as this flex fuel sensor, the Continental flex fuel sensor for my ECU for running different fuels. eBay catch can setup. That's an eBay catch can, literally straight off eBay, like $40, and then Amazon and lines. Powder coated valve cover with sick cherry red. It's a little dirty, but sick cherry red with the super overpriced Mazda Speed oil cap. Mind you, I did not buy this when it was like $200. I literally paid like $40 for that, I think. Max Speed, or I'm sorry, Max, I think this is a Max Spark kit from DIY Autotune. It uses the AMP or the AMP EFI coils. Super overkill powerful units, but I used to have Toyota Cops before, and I had to run the spark plug gap super tight, and definitely had to upgrade from those. Let's see, fuel rail. That's a radium fuel rail with like custom wiring harness, and then 900cc fuel force injectors. Throttle body. It's a Junk 2 or like a Skunk 2 throttle body. Definitely kind of regret buying that piece. I wish I just went with like a 1.8 stock one and then like did the modification with the throttle body, the butterfly plate. And I guess this is like one of the cooler, like rare pieces of the car. It's a NB6 intake manifold, but it's a 2-piece. So usually they're all 1-piece, like from the NB6. But I think, I'm not entirely sure on it. Maybe if you guys know, you could put it in the comments. But it came off, I believe, the NB6 NRA, which was supposedly like the best tuned like 1.6 motor. Not entirely sure, so if you guys have any info on that, you can comment below. Custom heat shielding, just to kind of keep the ambient temps contained a little bit. Don't know if it does anything. This definitely helps for the brake master cylinder. Keeps the heat out so it doesn't destroy this and all my fluid gets lost and I have no brakes. That is a Willwood, I think that's a dual reservoir. I think it's a smaller piston size, something like that. It's to help match with the big brakes. Pedal feels really firm. Without this, the pedal was super soft. So yeah, Mac boost controller. Yeah, so this is basically, it looks crazy, but it's really not. It's just a stock 1.6 unopened motor, no head studs, no nothing. Stock rods, stock pistons to my knowledge, and yeah, it boogies, man. It makes the jam. Surprised that I haven't had any problems every season. Like, I expect this thing to blow up, but knock on wood, it's been holding up. So yeah, overall I can't complain. This thing has been really reliable to me for the past like 4 years now. I think it's been almost 5 years since I boosted the car. I believe I first made like 220 horsepower on it just like around 8 or 9 pounds, just the stock. Everything else, like the intake manifold was stock. Like I had a different turbo, it was the SR turbo, just like a stock 240SX SR20 turbo, and it made the jam for sure. So this thing puts in work. So yeah, I guess that's the engine setup. I guess this little pipe here, that's a Blackbird Fabworks pipe for the coolant reroute. I think that's everything though, man. Like really a simple setup. Definitely when the time comes, it'll get forged rods, if anything. Hopefully I don't go too crazy on the build, because you know how that goes, just snowballs out of control. But yeah, thank you for watching. This was my machine check for my 1990 turbo Miata. So if you guys have any other questions, leave them down in the comments. If I left something out, I'm sure I left a fair bit of things out that I forgot. But yeah, let me know if you have any comments. You can follow me on Instagram at hentia.jp, hentia.jp. And yeah, thank you for watching. Hopefully I'll see you guys at the track. Enjoy your Miatas. Drive hard.